The new Smashing Pumpkins album will be in stores on February 29th. If you would like to go meet the band tomorrow, they're going to be at Spin Street Music at 6. It's tomorrow on Friday. Another question for Billy. What's your name?
Hello, I'm Shamim. I'm from Marietta, Georgia. I couldn't really think of a... I just wanted to come here and talk to you, but I thought of a question while I was standing here. The new album, how do you pronounce that? Machina Machi... What? I don't know how.
I say machina.
Machina?
You say machina.
Machina.
Tomato, tomato, potato, potato.
I see. What does this mean? Is this English, Latin? What is it?
It's Latin.
Latin, what does it mean, Machines of God?
It means, it's like, you know, to penetrate the rock but not be the rock.
How did you think of it?
Did you just make that up?
Yes, I did.
Come on.
How did you think this up? I mean, why Machina?
Where does this come from?
Yeah, where?
It's kind of from the same space that when I was 5, like I just used to make these drawings of like big race cars with men with big teeth. It's from that same spot, you know, the spot that like pays the bills and like gets me on stage. You know?
I'm glad you cleared that up because I heard people on the air the other day going, "No, it's machina, machines of grace."
Well, that is how it's pronounced in the Latin pronunciation is machina.
But when the man that wrote it can call it machina.
Well, he wasn't sure what it meant, though.
Doesn't matter.
Hi, Billy. My name is Jimmy Lowe, and I'd just like to thank you for writing the best album of the 90s and Siamese Dream. And also, I had a question when I came up here. Oh, yeah. You said that the excitement is in like bands like NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys and stuff like that. I was just wondering what you thought about the music underground scene. I'm not sure if I'm beating a dead horse here or not. But
in what in particular?
Like I find the underground scene to be really exciting right now. Like bands like Modest Mouse and like Yola Tango and things like that. Nature.
Yeah, I think I should distinguish those comments because like I was doing a radio interview once and people called up and were screaming at me, you know, what do you know and all this kind of stuff. When I say that, I'm talking about, no, it's okay, I'm talking about like commercial rock. You know what I mean? A lot of those bands I have tremendous respect for, but their focus is not to be big or commercial or, you know, move the units. We've never been shy about saying we want to be a big band because it's the same sort of honesty that we expect from our audience. Because to us, being a big band is exciting and it seems to infuse a lot of energy into the whole process. Those bands don't necessarily choose to be those kind of bands, so they decide to take more of an outsider kind of perspective. It's not a disrespect in any way, shape, or form to those types of bands. When I talk about that, I'm just talking about the MTV world of mucking it up, you know.
Hi, Christiana. Going back to the rumor mill, there's a big rumor. I know. There's a rumor saying that this is going to be the last album.
Huh?
There's a rumor saying that this is going to be the last album.
Is it?
It was on the internet.
The internet. There you go.
It was on the internet.
Are you asking me that question? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, see, we're not really going to break up because we're convinced the world is going to end. So there'll be no breaking up because there'll be no more bands. You know?
Hey, what's your name?
That answer will be analyzed for about the next month.
Yeah, my name is Harrison from Lilburn, and basically I was just wondering how often you have to shave your head and any special care that goes into that.
Hair tips with Billy Corgan. Skull tips.
Yeah, and I had to shave my head yesterday just to get tickets to this thing. It was worth it, though.
Is that a question, too?
No, that was just a statement.
Oh, okay. Oh, you want me to answer that? Well, actually, I've started meditating, and I will it not to grow. And right now, I'm willing yours to no longer grow as well.
Thank you. I love your music, by the way.
Thank you. Thanks, man.
Billy, my name is Mark. I flew in from Houston this morning to see the show today.
Excellent.
I'm so happy to be here. Quick question. You've done a lot of work with charity, specifically with the Adore Tour. You donated all the money to charity. Are you frustrated by not seeing other bands follow your lead?
No. I don't think that it's everybody's gig, you know. It wasn't the easiest thing for us to do on a lot of different levels, but it's something we really wanted to do. I just think that Generation X in particular has got a pretty bad rap as kind of a selfish generation. Most of the people I know aren't like that, and I just wanted to kind of make a statement that change is about more of a mentality than anything. That's the way we chose to do it, but I meet lots of people all the time who say I volunteer in a hospital, or you know, I would love to do charity work, but I'm taking care of my grandma. It's the notion, that's all. That's all we were trying to get across over and over again. People focused on the money, and we kept saying the only reason you're here is because of the money, but, you know, so that's how it goes. Thanks, man.
You ever have writer's block? And, like, what's the worst case of writer's block you've ever had where you just couldn't get anything out?
I've only had really bad writer's block one time. That was between the end of the Gish tour and the starting of the recording of Siamese Dream. I had about 8-month block.
And are you able to say, I know this will pass, or at the time do you think, it's over?
Well, I wanted to kill myself at the time because my whole life was invested in the notion that if I can't write a good song, that I'm not worth anything. And I'm sad that that's the kind of person I was at the time, but I know there's a lot of people who feel that if they're not something, then they're not worth anything. When I finally got over that notion and realized that it didn't matter if I wrote a good song, that's when I started writing Today, Disarm, and
I was going to say, if Siamese Dream was a result of your writer's block, maybe you should have another writer's block. I mean, that was a brilliant album.
They're all brilliant.
They are.
There you go.
That one was incredible to come off of writer's block.
So all you young, you know, yeah, for all you young struggling mental brains.
By the way, you did Rock On a little while ago. Do you do that during your shows now? Are you covering that, or are you covering other songs?
We're doing that, and we're doing a Who song called Join Together.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, Rock On has become a favorite of ours. It seems to kind of sum it all up.
Were you a big Who fan growing up?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of all the kind of classic rock bands. And I kind of miss that mentality more than anything, because it just seems like that we've lost, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people here who, you know, were probably, you know, still running around in diapers when we first started picking up guitars. And in that age, there was still the promise that rock and roll could change the world. And, you know, being in a band, you could be like the Beatles and, you know, make everybody believe that love is all you need and things like that. Now it's like, what's the first week sales? And, you know, can you get the video played? And it's sad, and it's like, but it just seems that the era has passed, and we're not bemoaning it, but we just find ourselves in the middle of it, you know.
Yeah, it's really easy to imagine that you'd be a Who fan, or you mentioned earlier Van Halen or any of those bands. Any bands growing up that influenced you that we would be really surprised had a big impact on your music?
The one that people always seem to be most surprised about would be Black Sabbath, and then like a lot of the prog rock bands like Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and Rush, and things like that.
VH1 just did the 100 greatest rock and roll songs of the century. Number one was Satisfaction from the Stones. Did you happen to watch that? Did you agree? Do you have an opinion on like the greatest rock and roll song ever?
No. Sorry.
What was the first riff you ever learned to play on guitar when you picked up the guitar?
First song I ever learned was House of the Rising Sun by the Animals.
You mentioned Black Sabbath. I thought maybe Paranoid would have been it.
No.
No? That was like the classic cover band song though, that everyone learned how to play.
Actually, I still don't know how to play that one.
Hi, Billy. My name is Adam. I know as musicians, a lot of times that you're trying to convey an emotion that you feel at the time off to us, and I know you hope that we get that and make that mental connection with you. I felt that, like sort of like Metallica's Black Album, your Adore album was like an emotional high for you, where you actually come almost to like a plane as a musician. And my question is Sheila an actual person, a character of your mind? And if you could tell her about her, you know, tell us about her, or
yeah, stuff like that. It's like it's almost like I take pieces from everybody, you know. Like in that sort of case, it's an idealized form of love, you know, it's a person we hope to meet, or it's a person that we want to believe in. And I think a lot of sadness in life comes from imposing on our loved ones an ideal which we wouldn't even impose upon ourselves. And it's just that idea that, you know, if you believe enough, something will come true. So, but I take something from everybody. I'm ripping you all off right now. You don't even know it.
I also had the privilege. I had the privilege to see you at the Grand Ole Opry at the acoustic session there, and I want to compliment you.
Oh,
on
thank
that.
you so much. Thank you.